Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of All About Moments. We have with us our amazing host. My name is Princess and
Hello, it's me, Aisha.
Aisha and
Mary.
all righty. So we're gonna start. We're all sounding so excited today. Can you hear us? Um,
So excited.
Before we
I'm so
begin, we are going to
excited.
do a quick disclaimer for so this episode contains probably will contain some mature themes related to relationships, infidelity, and probably some other matters. So listener discretion is advised. All discussions in this episode are based on available information that we have found so far, news reports, and our personal opinions. Any individuals mentioned in this conversation are discussed allegedly, and all events described are to be considered alleged. So we are here to for entertainment purposes, and our goal is to explore the topic for conversation and personal growth. So with that being said, just wanted to just say hello again. Today's topic is a powerful one. We're going to be talking about love on trial. Literally, what happens when infidelity doesn't just break a heart, it lands in the courtroom. We're diving into this viral story from North Carolina where a woman was
Come
awarded.
on and raise up. Like,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Everyone who's there, North Carolina, where a woman was awarded 1 point something million dollars, so over $1 million, after suing another woman for alienation of affection, meaning that she claimed this woman destroyed her marriage. So,
mm,
first, yeah, when we first heard this story, we couldn't help but ask ourselves, would you ever sue the person who broke up your marriage? Let's unpack.
No, I'm not. I
yes.
really just move on. I don't want like all my business out there. And I mean, it probably wouldn't be like as social media words again, whatever. But I prefer to move on because like I'm not about to fight this brand. They don't care about me anyway. So it is what it is.
Mhm.
Mess around with my man if you want to while we still married, and I'm going to sue you. Simple as that. Keep your hands to yourself, keep your thoughts to yourself, and we will be just fine. Now, if you want him and you're not supposed to pray on anyone's marriage, you need to take that up with God. That it be something with you and him personally. But if you come across my corner and it seems like maybe the two of them or her or whoever, then we just gonna have to go handle some business. We're gonna have to go see Judge Shirley. And that's okay. And that's fine. And then I'll walk on and I'll go on and I'll do what I need to do. But I feel like we can handle a very private court case and
You can
you will
have
get dealt with. I do get that. Like if it take all that, then you can have them. But
them.
you should have waited. Then if you wanted them that bad, you could wait.
They sure definitely could have waited because all he had to do was let me know he'll rebuke me no more, and I was like,
All you gotta do
okay,
is wait.
bye. Ain't no
Yes, and you can have him, but you
right.
gotta wait. And if you don't wait, if you cross that line, your behind is mine, and I'm gonna sue you.
Go right ahead.
But
So
do people not remember karma? Like if you
come on,
take somebody's
somebody.
husband, don't you think that's the husband can do the exact same thing to that you too?
Thank you,
Like
thank you.
they not think about that?
I mean, I look at it
Yes,
like that person isn't trustworthy. Like if they were able to step
yeah.
out on their marriage um, and
Mm-hmm.
cheated. Like even if like even my dating experience right now, if I'm talking to a guy and they've told me in the past that they cheated, I, why would I trust that you're gonna be faithful to me? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying people
Exactly.
can't change, but I'm just like, especially if you're like, if I, cause you know, dated online, people still be dating online and they marry, committed
Mm-hmm.
like a serious marriage, you know, like not like separate,
Mm-hmm.
married or they're in a relationship, and they'll like you find out and they'll be like, oh yeah, I have a girlfriend or I'm married, and I'm like, oh okay, but you know that you are out here, and so a lot of times people don't want to like take the risk of leaving their partner and being single. They're like want to find somebody else before they feel comfortable leaving.
Right. That's true. Want to have a backup. That's not fair.
That's not
And I feel like
fair.
that's not fair. Yeah, you shouldn't have a backup. Like I get it. If you want to leave, leave and let it be a legitimate reason why you feel like this relationship no longer serves you and you are uncoupling for a reason. But don't have somebody in your back pocket that as soon as y'all break up, boom. You see what I'm saying? You got somebody, you got a spare. That's not cool. That means that you was already ready to go. You was already gone because you didn't found someone else. Now, if
And
that's the case, I'm really gonna sue. Now I gotta sue you. It,
and
yeah. So
it
now I
kind of
really gotta sue.
sounds sad too though, because one person is looking for a backup, looking for somebody else, while the other person is actually trying to build their relationship and not
Yeah.
knowing the whole time is so and so is cheating
Well, I think
while
that's
you're
what
trying to
happened
build
in
your relationship.
Alienation of
yeah,
affection.
and I think that's what happened in this allegedly in this case where Akira and Timothy were going through some marriage difficulties and challenges, and it seems
Yeah.
like when I'm
Brene
reading
sniffed it
when I'm
out.
what I'm reading is they were all good friends. They were couple friends, right? They were friends
Yes.
like couples used to hang out.
Yeah.
Renee
That's
and
right.
Devin, Akira and Tim, they all used to hang out. And it says that when Brene and Devin were having marital issues, Brene moved in with Timothy and Kira for a little bit.
Wow.
So let's pause
How
for a second. Let's
convenient.
bring that out for a second. Is it a good idea for another woman or man, opposite sex, to move into your house? If it was a couple, a husband and wife, that's different. But would you?
Move in? No. A couple nights because y'all had a heated argument and things were going on? Yes. Like you need a safe space to be because y'all got into it and it's just something you feel like that will blow over. Yes. But moving in, being a part of our family and a part of our grocery bill, probably not. So you need to take
Because
that
if
up with
it
your mama or somebody. You need to go to your grandma's house or something like that. You don't need to go to your friend's house. You need to go to a family member. You need to go to
that's the
somebody
same
else.
family member, I think that's understandable. But friend, what about you, Mary? I'm wondering what you would do. Would you let's a friend move in for months?
I mean, I don't really want anybody to move in. I mean,
I know that's right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause
Yeah,
then it's gonna be hard to get rid of them.
that's
Um,
right. Amen.
so
Talk
not
about
it
it.
has nothing to do with just like I work with my man, you know, whatever like that. I just don't really like. Well, but I get it. Like stuff happens, and you know, but I don't want to be the person that people can stay at. You know,
Yeah, like y'all had a
but
big argument. You trying to
yeah,
blow some steam off.
Then come
Sure,
spend
stay
I
spend
got a
over at my
pillow for
house.
you.
spend the
Yeah.
night. You going
Yeah,
back
sleep
tomorrow
on the
though, right?
sofa. Right, we can stay up, drink some,
Don't bring a
whatever we
lot of
need to
clothes.
do.
You don't even need to bring the clothes because I
But you
want you
need
to
to
be
go
able to
back and
leave
make it because I'm going to talk to you about making it right.
because you're
That's
gonna
what
go
we're going to
shower
do.
tomorrow at your house. We ain't showering at my house.
Amen. And it might be 2 nights. It might be 2 nights because the other person might be mad. I'll give you
Mm-hmm.
2 nights.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's like a week, that's when we're going to have a come to Jesus. We're going to have to get everybody here.
It ain't no
Like,
week.
Don't
what
be
do we do?
mad when the person show up to my house because I invited them. It's my house.
You
Just so y'all
said
can
I
make it
bring them
right.
to my house. We gonna force them
Yeah,
back.
don't get mad. Because I would say, listen, you need to come over here. They here. They right here.
Yeah, come get this.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And then
Um,
you be, why did you ever hate that? Okay. Well, listen, let me tell you something. This is my house. Y'all talk it out. Whether you leave or talk it out, either way you gonna go.
but I've seen like on TikTok or like just like been a lot of conversations about like if you are a married woman not hanging around single women for whatever reason. You know,
Oh yeah, my pastor say that.
right? That's what people have said, um, and I'm like, I mean, there's many different reasons, and I guess one is one of the reasons why you're just talking about this, like a single woman and bringing him around you and your husband or whatever the case may be. And I'm like, if you can't trust your friends and if you can't trust your husband, and you're around the wrong people,
Right. That's what
Talk about it.
exactly. And another thing too is, but she wasn't single before. She was married. She had a
She
husband.
was.
So it's
She
like,
had
so
vows
what?
herself. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what
That's
happens
true.
then when both people are married, even though one's going through a divorce?
but it seems like even when they were all friends and good, they confided in each other about each other's marriages. And I've heard
Mhm.
people say like you shouldn't talk about your spouse to your friends or to your family. And I'm like, well, I mean, one, I think you gotta have a place where you can like release
Events.
and
You got to
vent.
know who you're talking to.
Right,
Yes.
right. But like if you're talking to them about like your man, even like the good things too, right? Then somebody
Yes,
get all the
yeah,
details
that's
about your
true.
partner, right? Like, oh, my man took me
Yeah.
out and bought me these flowers or whatever the case may be.
Be
They
careful who you talk. Be careful who you tell. That's true.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, but I
I
mean,
agree. I mean, and they were couple friends, so it wasn't like it was something she was hiding. I'm pretty sure they had arguments in front of them, or whatever. So it wasn't like, Akira was like second guessed it. She knew what she was going through. That's why she generously let her come in and stay, because
So,
they were friends. She saw what she was going through. Now, did she see that she was going to take her man? No. No, she was
be,
off, but she definitely came in and took her man.
so that's where, what does that say about love, trust, and loyalty today?
I mean, people been cheating
You
for
can't
years,
trust
for
them.
centuries. I don't think there's anything different. Because I mean, men have always cheated. There ain't
But I
nothing new.
feel like social media has made it, not even social media, phones, internet, computers, it's made it a lot easier, virtual.
I think it makes it a
Mm-hmm.
lot easier to also find out that somebody's cheating,
Yeah, to
right?
find,
I mean, because she
to,
was creating while she went to go stay with Akira and Timothy, right? Um, that Timothy and Renee started making TikTok videos
now
in
that's where,
in her, like, what I'm saying, while she was just staying over there for
Mm-hmm.
a little bit. And so I wonder, did Akira like have a conversation with Timothy and say like, look, I don't think
What y'all
that's
doing?
appropriate. I don't think you should be in her
Yeah.
videos like that. You need to end that. This is not appropriate. Like, y'all don't really need to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you're hanging out with her while she's here at the house, right? Like, having that
Mm-hmm.
conversation with your man, setting those boundaries, and then set your boundaries with Renee. I was like, Renee,
well,
don't
how,
put my husband in those videos anymore.
well, how do you know? Maybe she did talk to the husband and the husband just didn't listen and he still wanted to. That's what
Clearly,
I'm
he
thinking.
didn't listen.
Yeah.
Well, obviously,
Right.
no, did y'all
Sad.
hear what Timothy had said during court?
What?
He had said that they had been Timothy had said him and Kira have been struggling for years. He never loved her. Um, yeah,
Oh,
that was his reason for why. Like, mhm.
No.
so just leading her on for
No.
years,
No. Please
leading
say
financially,
no.
emotionally. That's sad. That's an evil person right there.
Very
You
evil.
sleeping
He
with
never
somebody
loved her.
and
Yeah,
never
it
loved
said
her.
I'm
And
reading
they got a
from
child together.
right. I'm reading from the cut. It says, during the trial, Timothy was a witness. He claimed he never loved Akira and likened their relationship to roommates. Um,
Their
yeah,
relationship to
he
roommates.
he tried
Wow,
to make it
that's
like
even
this.
more sad.
Yeah, which is like, regardless, you were married to this woman. If you guys fell out of love, you still need to get because you would need to talk to her about like wanting to start a relationship with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't mean that you could just go like start a relationship with somebody
That's
else because
very
you fell in love with.
immature. That's
Yeah,
very immature.
like you guys
That's
had to have a
very
conversation.
immature. Yes, that easily could have been a conversation, which I feel like Akira would have been okay with. To be for real, she may have given a little tussle, but she would have honestly been okay with that. But see, now you didn't pissed off, and she then went and took y'all to court. And I want to say, I think it was his mama that gave her the idea to take her to court. So I'm not one to start rumors, but I would agree
Allegedly.
allegedly, yes. And so I would agree that you should have been an adult. You should have been an adult. You in a real relationship with real children. Y'all took real vows.
Even if there are no children, you're in a real relationship, you have, like you said, have vows. You are, the guy is an evil person. Really? Somebody who's
Wow.
building with you for years,
Wow.
building with you,
If I was
planning
a
future.
I
And
would
the
have
whole
laid a
time
hurting on him.
his mind was saying, "Oh, no. Mm-mm."
Fake.
That's a true
I was
evil
faking
person.
it.
For
Evil.
years. What kind of heart
That
is
kind of
that?
right. I don't know why he thought that would be a good argument. That just showed that you cheated, right? Because you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like,
that's what added the 2.5 million right there.
right. Yeah, so I'm like, I don't understand why he thought that would be a good argument to say, I ain't never even loved you anyway. Then he got not do it. You were married. You still have vows. So if you went outside those vows and had a relationship with another person, regardless if y'all were on a, not having sex with each other, not talking to each other,
Doesn't matter.
you still went outside of that. Is it so? Did you guys separate? Oh,
Absolutely.
because if you separate, that's different. But no, you didn't. Y'all was still married.
Why didn't they just have a discussion? Why didn't he, like you all said, a conversation about it? Because just made it messy for no
Be
reason.
mature. Be
Yeah,
Yeah.
mature and be like, I
yeah,
think this relationship has run its course. I want a divorce.
yeah.
Eventually they did get a divorce, of
He
course.
should
But
have
I'm pretty sure
said that a long time ago, though. Because if you have
a
not
long
loved her
time.
for years or not married her,
And they
you
should
should
have
have
had
not
them
married
children for
her.
you. Oof.
Right.
Lord have mercy.
Lord. Um, Sandra,
Okay.
it does seem
All
that
right.
um, Timothy and Brene had a relationship back in 2014 when they were in high school.
So
Oh,
that's where
okay.
the fun begins. So they were in a relationship, and then
2014.
Brene and I think Akira, they've been friends, so they're friends. You could see them.
Since high school. Since high
So,
school.
so that's a long friendship.
But then I still wouldn't even
And
want
Devin
my.
and Tim are cousins.
So, but that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if you knew that they dated, why are y'all like like everybody's hanging out with each other? Like, I wouldn't want
Taking
to be
these
friends.
Everybody
I
sloppy
wouldn't want my I
seconds.
wouldn't want to be friends with my exes. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you feel comfortable being friends with your wife's ex?
Well, the thing
right,
is,
and
Y'all
in
then my
high school,
cousin.
well, maybe they weren't
Like
really
that's
serious about it, in high school.
still, I don't think
Or
we need
they,
to be
or
hanging out
she
like that.
probably, maybe Brienne, maybe both of the ladies had a conversation and they were fine with it.
I'm not gonna be hanging out with my.
Allegedly, that could have happened. Say okay, and then okay, that's fine. And then yeah, I think Aisha said it. They're cousins, so the cousins like,
I don't think we need to hang
okay.
out with that. Find different friends. You know what I'm saying? Y'all used to sleep together, so you know my man intimately, like I know my man intimately. You
Oh,
know what I'm
that's
saying?
yeah, so I'm thinking
true.
I'm
Yeah.
trying that's what I'm thinking, like what kind of conversation we having? Like we about to be sister wives or something?
Right.
Like or I feel like nobody said nothing to nobody. That's what I feel like. Besides
Mm.
Tim and Devin, they knew they was family. And then they had these two girls on the side. And then of course Brene used to, hook up with Tim. So she had the cousins. I think it was more so of her being the player than anybody. And then Akira just so happened to start dating Tim. So I definitely feel like Akira knew what she was doing. She knew that Tim and Devin were cousins. She knew that Tim, once he fell in love or started talking to Akira, that she, even though she was with Devin, because she was fine with that, she was still close to Tim. She dated his cousin. That no matter whoever he was with, she could still go and get him. She still had access to him.
That's
So I
so.
think I still feel like Brene knew it the whole time though. She's the one. She's the orchestrator of this menage, whatever. Because regardless if it was Akira or whoever, she still would have tried to get Tim because Devin was her man. And she did that on purpose so that she could get with Tim.
How do you think that Devin and Kiera felt when they saw, or if they saw Brene and Tim on social media? Because from doing some research, it seemed like they were showing themselves on social media, being more
Mm-hmm,
visible
mm-hmm,
and being
mm-hmm,
messy.
mm-hmm.
So, wondering, is
It was probably stupid, but
maybe this is a good question. Emotional cheating versus physical cheating. Which one breaks trust more? Which
they were
one?
doing both.
I, I agree, both.
Emotional cheating versus
Honestly,
Versus
visible
physical
cheating.
cheating.
So like you visibly see them out
Hug
cheating with
them.
someone else. They
Right.
going out for lunch and stuff like that versus
Right.
emotionally cheating. They just
Or
like
they're just
through
chatting emotionally.
they
Yeah.
chat, they see each other at work. They chat. Da, 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 da.
Or virtually. Yeah.
I'm suing off of both of them, so it don't matter. Keep your conversations very light. You see what I'm saying?
oh, but I
Like,
don't think they need to be communicating. Like, there's no need
Yeah.
to
They didn't
what
communicate
you
at
talking
all.
about?
and the
Period.
man need to be texting each other. What you got to talk about with my husband? Like, anything you need to talk about, you can talk
If
about with
it's
me.
not like a co-parenting thing, even that you gotta check that. So if it's not a co-parenting thing, I feel like it's fine. You know what I mean? Talk it
Yeah,
up.
yeah, but they typically
L-
don't have anything to talk about.
You can even laugh. You can even laugh.
They're not
Co-
co-parents
They're
though.
not co-parenting. Brene
They're
and
not
Timothy don't
co-parents.
co-parent.
Yeah. So what
They
what
don't
do
have
they
no
have
kids
to
but
talk
together.
about?
what I'm saying, what I'm pointing is
Oh,
that Akira and Tim, their parents, well, they'll be co-parents now. But I'm saying to myself, I'm saying is keep it very light, keep it very, cordial. It shouldn't be like I don't mind. We couple friends, of course, be cool with the dude. Like, don't be awkward. You know what I mean? But don't be too friendly where it feel like you and him can now have something going on. Like that ain't cool.
but I think
I
it
don't
all starts with setting boundaries, right? Like,
correct.
Yes.
and I think that even starts within your relationship. Before we even talk about bringing other people in it, like you talk about
Yeah.
like I've counseled people where like they were uncomfortable with their partner watching porn, where other people are like, I'm comfortable with you watching porn. Like they ain't got nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like you're not cheating because
Mhm.
you're watching
Mhm.
porn. Where some people are like very
Mhm.
offended and they feel like their partner is emotionally cheating. So I think that's what I'm saying. You have to have those conversations in your relationship about like what boundaries look like. Like I'm
Yeah.
not comfortable with you have being friends with your ex. Well, other people are like, no, I'm okay. I trust you. You can be friends with your ex.
Mhm.
But some
Mhm. That's
people,
true.
you have to have that communication, and both parties have to listen and communicate. That's one thing
Yeah.
too. From based on this issue, seemed like one person was in the relationship, the other one was not. Even though they were there physically, they weren't in the relationship.
Yeah, I mean, she said she wanted to work on it, and Timothy didn't seem like he was interested. And that's where, like, if he's not interested, then it's time for you to leave. Because what are y'all doing?
But the thing is, though, for years, how did somebody? He should have just communicated with her because he just wasted years of her life,
Mm-hmm.
years of her life.
No, that's
And
okay.
it's so interesting in the
She
trial.
No,
got
it's
two
not a
million dollars
waste.
now.
It's a lesson. It's not
She
a
got two
waste.
million. She
It's a
got two,
lesson.
A
and that's
lots
fine
of
because now she
years.
got $2 million. It's not a waste. They were in a relationship.
That's true though. But
I mean, she
she's
wasted
not the
it.
only one in the trial. It's happened to so many people in the past before. They don't financially get that. So that's sad.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a waste. I mean, like you never know what can happen. Like she got married. There's no reason to regret it. They got kids from it. Move on. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like you
Right.
should go back and be like I wasted my life. Like you were in a period of time. You were in a relationship, and you were devoted to that person. Maybe they weren't devoted to you, but that's on them, not on you.
So do you think does a case like this make people think twice before stepping into something being cheating? I wanted to say something dangerous, but maybe cheating. Do you think that's how it is, or what do you think?
No, because I mean I think there's a lot of risk with cheating. Not even like legal stuff, but like there have been people who have killed um, a person when they found out that they've killed the person that's been cheating with their partner, their husband, their spouse, their
Mhm.
partner. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't ever know how the the person who's in that relationship will react when they hear that their person has been cheating, right?
That's
Like there's been
true.
people who went on like social media campaign and completely like blasted that person and put all their business out, and posted new photos and made billboards about like so and so cheated with my man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like you never know how someone's gonna react. So I do think there's already. I would say Akira handled it like I don't know. I think she handled it in a business manner. She was like, okay, well, I'm gonna hit you where it hurts. You hurt me, I'm gonna hit you where it hurts.
Mm, mm, mm.
Because that's also gonna affect her, Renee's, and Timothy's social media influence.
Do you know the
And
scary part about all of this is that, well, it's not scary. The interesting part, Renee and Timothy, they just recently got married. What, September? Allegedly, I don't know the dates. I'm just guessing. I think it's September 2025 they got married. That, wow. Wow.
that's what I mean. So all that money they be making, in I heard she was making good money on TikTok.
Oh yeah, she's a TikTok influencer.
She make good money.
Hmm.
Now that's gonna go to homegirl, Akira.
Oh,
Wow. Mm-mm.
So I just think that we just all got to be a little more responsible, not be impulsive, not be thinking about how that's going to hurt the other person. I
We
think if
don't.
hmm,
Timothy just would have been honest and said like, "Hey, look," and he didn't even got to break up. Like I'm starting to have feelings for Renee again. He could have just said, "I don't think our marriage is working out. I'm ready. I
hmm.
think we do need to separate." And then
Instead of stringing her along and then lying. Well, yeah, lying, with their
mhm.
family, and then also saying that he was never in love with her.
Yeah, that's still sad.
That's sad.
I think we should all give our moment of reflection, what we feel about this. Um, so who would like to go first? Or do you want me to go first? I don't have a lot.
I'll go first. I should say I think that um, we, we even if this didn't involve a legal case, I think we got to be respectful and kind to others, right? Um, because ultimately, like he hurted this person that he had been with for I don't know how many years, but they created a child together. And he should have thought about how that may make her feel, by having this affair with someone. One, just having an affair, but also having an affair, um, in their house with a friend, that somebody they were all friends with. And I think if we are more kind to people, that doesn't mean that their marriage that he has to stay married to her. I think if he would have just given her the respect, right, and to let her know that like I've fallen out of love. I don't want to be married anymore. I do want to co-parent. This could have gone a completely different way, right? She still would have been hurt, but it would have been a different kind of hurt, right? She could have just worked through that grief of their relationship, not the anger that she has that he didn't respect her enough to go ahead and start a whole new relationship with a friend, somebody that they were all friends with.
That's a good one. I agree with that. Aisha?
Yeah, I mean, I feel that, revenge, it does feel good as for a moment, but healing feels good for a lifetime. So I definitely would recommend that Akira gets the healing that she needs, and especially Brene. I don't know how she will seek that healing or start her process of healing, but I think that why are you laughing? I think she needs some healing. She do.
She is. She does need some healing.
She definitely needs some healing. Something needs to take place. She needs to start a journey to heal. And I also think that, the Tim and Devin, they need to heal too. Everybody trying to seek revenge and, get
I
back
heard.
at
Yes,
whoever.
I heard Devin may be going to court too.
Yeah. So I just feel like, yeah. So it
Might as
feels
well.
good, but everybody suing everybody. I hope everybody get their money. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, I hope the ones who did not cheat.
Right. If you didn't cheat, you get your money.
Like,
Good job. You stayed the course.
right. My moment of reflection is whoever is being hurt, it just stinks. They do not deserve what she did not deserve what happened to her. She did not deserve the lies, the manipulation, the secret life of her husband, what her husband chose to live, his actions, his deception, his disloyalty. She did not deserve it. Sometimes the hardest part of betrayal is realizing that the person you build a life with was not the person you thought they were. But something people need to remember is you are not defined by the sickness in someone else's soul. You are defined by the strength in your own. What that man did was wrong, was selfish, hurtful, not just to the marriage or family, but to the wife. But people need to remember that even in the middle of the storm, it's hard. It's very hard. It's very hard. But you got to stand tall, stand to your truth and courage, and take care of your peace. Your story is not about what he did as a cheater, but the story is about how you can survive. That's one thing I think people need to remember. And a Bible verse just want to throw out there is Psalms 34:18 says, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and save those who are crushed in spirit." Just want to say thank you all so much for tuning into this episode. And we want to hear from you. Would you sue your spouse's side piece if or whoever if if you could, and why? Join the conversation with us online, send us messages, and we hope to catch you at the next moment. Thanks for
Bye
watching.
bye, everybody.